UNSC report to Office of Naval Intelligence, 2421. The L cluster has been secured, and while we look into this Rubricator, a new anchor station has been placed down in Terminal Egress, and a new battle group has likewise been deployed to defend the cluster. I cannot stress enough the strategic importance of the network, especially now that the reclamation has expanded further. The new Yanmi government has proved far more conversational than the previous, and though they still believe in their great journey to some extent, their views of aliens is far more positive. The joining of our alliance has gone over well. As for these abilities the Envoy are gaining, have only keep a close eye on the psionics. We don't want any more surprises. End report. Hi guys, Tom from Project D here, and welcome back to Stellaris Responsibilities Mantle. Last time, a fair bit happened. Namely, the Yanmi Hive has officially joined the Reclamation, further increasing our Federation's power, and somehow we didn't begin to collapse in the process. It's always a good thing when you don't collapse in the process. But, more importantly, we managed to send some ships over and secure the L cluster in the name of the United Nations Space Command. All but a single system over here, which we will soon claim. We have the station under construction. And then look into the Rubricator, a artifact that should be on that planet somewhere after we've done an archaeological project. Aside from that, the Senate floor currently has a denouncement against the created underway that will be going soon, because no one opposes that. Why would they? They created dicks. In terms of technology, we have 4 months away space-time theory, so our research will go up faster. Fleet command limit will go up in 65 months, and in 24 months we'll get sapient synthetics, which means I'll have to adjust our policy on artificial intelligence just a tad. And fortunately we have plenty of time to do that because we're not currently at war, and we have 80 years to go about business before we begin the process of spawning the Flood. And within those 80 years, I still want to take Sewell, at the very least, and get Halo under our control. And for that to happen, our battle groups need to continue their upgrades. And right now we are upgrading them to, I think, upgrading their sensor packages as well as their fire squadrons, giving them broadswords rather than the long swords they are currently using. So we'll get underway, do it for all of the fleets when we have more alloys waiting in reserve, and we'll continue to reinforce those fleets, awaiting the inevitable conflict to come. Let's see if we can just at least spend an episode without getting into war with someone, yeah? And it seems we've got something over here. Our mining station on Tau Fun 6, I almost said 7, that's only a VI, reports that they have found something very interesting. Fossils. Mixed in with the ore from the latest excavation, they found fossils of life forms resembling large insects. Our initial survey showed that the asteroid was a fragment of a planet that exploded, but found traces of long-dead bacteria in the rock. But this is our first indication that the planet had microscopic life forms. The miners are requesting a science ship to investigate. Sure, we'll
Situation
send a
log has been updated.
science ship. Where is that? Fossil excavation track on map. Go to. So is that terminal egress? Well, we have a science ship over there. What are our other science ships currently doing? So that's currently doing nothing. Go grab that now. The Rubricator can wait for a little while. Oh dear, and it appears the created have declared war on the Mantle of Responsibility. We'll keep an eye on this war. If things go massively in the created's favour, like they look to wipe out the foreigners, or the Golo, then it might be time for us to step in after all. Bit earlier than I would have liked, so I'm going to try and hold off, but Yeah, we can't allow them to completely wipe out those species. That would make them a bit too powerful. Oh, and apparently the enemy hive just invited someone into the Federation, and that's put us on minus experience. The Alliance of Ties Through Worlds. It's because they're a vassal under the enemy. Thing is, though, we're losing XP, but we're actually a positive cohesion, unless that's about to tick over into something. Like, what's there? Where are they? So the pacifist, materialist like us, egalitarian.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Yeah, like they've assigned envoys, so we're good. So that should clear up quickly enough. And we have technology, space-time theory. What shall we replace that with? No, we don't want pulse lasers. Survey speed is irrelevant at this point. Let's go get research complexes, sure thing. But yeah, all in all that's really done is slightly delayed when we're going to level up, which is irritating, but oh well. Oh, and look at that, we have an Ascension perk coming through, which is the last one of Harmony, which will give us an Ascension perk. I keep calling these Ascension perks, they're traditions. Utopian Dreams with stability up 5%. Awesome. And gives us a new slot, so endgame crisis damage would go up. Potentially. What else do we have? Corpus Project definitely one are going to want down the road. That would help against the Flood for any of their hive worlds. We need Titans first. I'd say we probably want Defender of the Galaxy for now, because that would increase everyone's opinion as well. Just getting things ready for when things go wrong in the future. Our science ship has confirmed the discovery of fossils on Tau Fund 6, and not just a few, but a whole vein of them. The life forms that inhabited the planet that broke up to form Tau Fund 6 had a number of unusual features, and access to their remains will no doubt expand our knowledge of biology considerably. And that just adds a bunch of shit to there. Fair enough. And we've got ourselves both an archaeological dig site and research. Synthetics! Alright, it's definitely time to change our stance on synthetics life forms. First though, so damage 24 to 37. 1 to 1. Second generation fighter program. What else do we have? We can get Crystal Forge plating, afterburners, autocannons, let's get superior fighters for the moment, shall we? Before we look at that, let's go into our policies, and we're going to change AI to citizen rights. Yes, see how that affects our consumer goods. We might need to make some more. But, you know, avoid an AI rebellion, because we've already got one of those. Let's not do any more. Archaeological site. Kleptomaniac rats. Toppled over buildings, crashed spaceships, lumps of melted junk and trinkets burned to a crisp indicate that the former inhabitants of the planet fled their homes in the midst of a losing battle against a superior foe. The presence of bodies bearing foreign military insignia suggests it may have been infighting between clans of rats native to different homeworlds. The evacuation efforts were impeded by their unwillingness to abandon their treasured trinkets, and many lost their lives scrambling to save completely mundane items. One artifact, however, seems to have a special place in their society, the Rubricator. It appears that they fought long and hard to save it, but ultimately they had to leave it behind. Very interesting indeed. And the resolution to denounce the Creator has been passed. Very good. Following the recent advancements in the field of robotics, the scientific community on Earth is confident that we can produce synthetic bodies sophisticated enough to support a higher neurological consciousness. We could upload the neural patterns that were recovered from the alien vault discovered some time ago into robots and bring the aliens back to life.
Situation log has been
Hello,
updated.
Limbo. Second chance. Research 4 months. That should be over quite quickly. Excuse me. Our observatory above the planet Onyx has picked up a transmission. Unlike technology currently available to us, it consists of simple electromagnetic waves that carry information at the speed of light. While the signal is faint, travelling for years through the vast emptiness of space, it is looped, so we should be able to reconstruct and decipher it with ease. Okay. Hi there, this is Professor Wukazao of the Berlin 2 Exosolar Intelligence Institute speaking. We are sending this message across the galaxy in hopes of reaching our brothers and sisters in intelligence. We do not have the technology to travel between the stars, but we hope that you can. By the time this message will reach you, all those who participate in its recording will likely be dead. We are hopeful that you will honour our descendants with your visit. I know that our civilization is far from perfect, but still, we hope that we can find ground for mutual understanding and be able to learn from each other. Refuse to believe that the universe is cold and empty. We dream of the day we meet. The coordinates of our home system are attached to this message. Eternally yours, people of Valen.
Situation log has been updated.
Hey. I was slightly worried that was the bloody flood turning up for a minute. It's like, no, that can't happen yet. It's not 2500. Alright, so where is this anyway? Hold on. It's right here. A new world. It's a tomb world. Oh, that bodes well, doesn't it? Right. UNSC Herald, stop what you're doing for a minute and go and check up on this shit show. And immediately afterwards, Limbo, a new beginning. After many trials and setbacks, the engineering department has finally managed to transfer the extinct aliens' neural scans to robotic bodies, and the results are exhilarating. The ancient aliens have fully regained consciousness and have expressed the desire to join our empire, offering to colonize a new planet within our borders. Well, I think we would be honoured, and it's a new planet within our borders, so yeah, we get a new planet right away. Time to get out the naming conventions, I guess. There we go, that will join the core worlds. We need a job for them. What shall we make this little planet? What do we need most? I mean, I think we need more minerals still, though there's not really much of a mineral-rich planet. Then again, how much does this cost again? 150. Not quite. Not quite to the last barrel again, so we can turn it into a Gaia world, but I will once it ticks over there. What shall we make of this world? We're okay in terms of bureaucracy. 605 out of 722. So, yeah, make it another mining world for now and get another mining district on the go. And here we go, new barrel life seeding. Turn it into a Gaia world, some new barrel population. Very nice. We have arrived at the home system of the Valintu species. However, the home world appears to be experiencing the aftermath of a large-scale nuclear bombardment. The entire planet is irradiated, devastated, with no signs of life visible. It appears that, between them sending out the message and us receiving it, the Valintu were completely obliterated, either by internal or external conflict. Well, get on with it, we'll find out one way or another. The Herald has detected multiple autonomous rovers and debris from landing modules still present on Vatral 5. It appears the Valintu civilization thoroughly explored the barren planet, despite their primitive means. Some rovers are still operational, aimlessly wandering and performing their pointless tests. During the survey of Vatral 7, the ultimate planet in the Valintu home system, UNSC Herald detected a small probe. It seems that in addition to the signal the Valintu propagated, they deployed at least one probe with a plaque describing their civilization and how to find it. But this has unfortunately been pulled in by the gravity of the planet. Okay. There is an order to the Rat's Chaos. In a somewhat official-looking building towards the center of town, there is a digital inventory of every single item, complete with their origins, gross misinterpretations of their intended uses, as well as some highly unhelpful notes as where to find them. The Rubricator, described as a thingamajig maker with magical powers, has its place to the right of the Empress's lilac ribbon under her snout swabs on the four-legged box with the funny face, whatever that is. Helpful. UNSC Herald has detected a grid of pylons that have been well preserved in the vacuum of space on Ethra, the barren sister moon of Valen. From the look of it, the Valentu dedicate considerable effort towards building a highly sophisticated radio telescope designed to search for signals from alien civilizations. And that's followed by Idwad, the gas giant orbited by Valen, still has a massive artificial structure orbiting it. It's badly damaged by space debris, but its purpose is clear. Large orbital antennas were used to send radio waves into space. This is likely an origin point for the signal we received. Very well. And now we move on to Valen itself. This we're about to want to see, so keep an eye on this any second. 50%, 60, 70, 80, 90. Nothing about the world itself? Okay then. Meanwhile with the Rubricator, the excavating team has discovered the source of the foul stench, and it is ill-boding. Closer to the centre of the city are enormous piles of dried local fecal matter and pools of corrosive bile that exude toxic levels of hydrogen sulfide, making protective equipment necessary to proceed further. The archaeologists could not identify the alien DNA in the fecal matter, but the piles contain partially digested hoarders. Whatever consumed these aliens swallowed them whole. Even more concerning is the discovery of a fresh pile. Huh. Right, I'm sending Battle Group Terminus and Zarklan's Battle Group to go and sit above Dwarmaga, because I'm concerned something's going to try and eat us. Oh, and it seems we've expanded once more. The Banished have just vassalized the Swords of Sanghelios, which has put us on minus XP again, but our cohesion is going up even further because we have another envoy assigned, now I would assume by the Sangheli. So we're going to have to let that go up. Members, the Swords of Sanghelios are now part of the Reclamation. Very, very nice. So they're militarist and spiritualist. Militarist we have in common, spiritualist we don't. But either way, that is good for us, since our influence grows even further. The Sangheli have now officially joined the Reclamation. Amsterdam Borisan, welcome. Our fleets have all arrived. I was soon to be anchored 10. I'm also just upgrading the starport to give them somewhere to base our for this. Huh! And apparently the Ongoy have tamed one of the ether drakes that came out of the L cluster. Interesting. The Creator on the move, 12,000 fleet there. Yeah, they're going to pretty quickly consume the Mantle. Right, well, I've just researched an expansion to our fleet capacity, so I'm going to upgrade the home fleet to max. And once that's done, I'm sending it in to take Sewell, because that is the biggest source of their power, is that bloody ring world. That cannot be allowed to persist. Alright, new archaeological dig site. At the very centre of the city, overlooking the main square, is a grand, ostensibly decorated palace with a garish neon sign advertising the Empress Motel. Inside it are lavish chambers filled to the brim with treasure, from which the Empress and her brood of trusted advisors governed. It is also where the Hoarders held their last stand, defending the Empress and her precious Rubricator. Of any luck, the Rubricator can still be found in its usual spot, by the Empress's lilac ribbon. Oh, looky here, we've got ourselves an addition. So, domination, level cap, capital buildings, housing. I mean, all this is pointless now, so may as well just go for domination, I guess. Oh dear, I had a feeling. Talons from the void. A snarling, hissing fiend has appeared out of the void. With one swipe of her gigantic talon, she snatched the archaeological shuttle carrying the excavation team and the Rubricator back to the UNSC Accra, bending it open and prying the Rubricator from within. It seems we have finally had the displeasure of meeting the hoarding rats' assailant. The dragon must have been attracted by their countless treasures and made her nest within the royal palace, feasting upon their bodies. Perhaps she was on the prowl or observed from afar as we excavated the ruins, waiting for the right moment to strike. She appears to be grounding something in our general direction. Translate her animal noises. Rats went squeak squeak. Their bones went crunch crunch. Now it's your turn to tickle the inside of Shard's belly. Yes, you've been naughty, little ones. The Rubricator belongs to Shard. Give the Rubricator back this instant. The thunderous rumble erupts from the dragon's belly. Suddenly her wings are wrapped around the ship, her steamy breath fogging up the windshield as she peers inside, a maniacal glint in her eyes. How did she get so close so fast? And is she smiling? Why, you whet my appetite, little ones. She purrs softly and lunges with all her might, fangs exposed. We are engaging target. Oh, we're tearing through our armor quickly enough, though. Oh, need to quickly scroll down. We've already lost a couple ships, including from Zarklans, which is not good. But, yep, the Cloud Lightning Mac guns, we are going through them. And just like that, the demise of Shard the Dragon. The vile old dragon known as Shard has drawn her final breath. In a satchel around her neck, nestled in the downery fuzz underneath the gnarled scales above her heart, hangs the treasured possession, the Rubricator, a relic capable of replicating any artifact it has come into contact with. The Rubricator is ours. And we're just getting crystal manufacturing at the same time. It's a good thing I moved my fleets into position, otherwise that could have been bad. Alright, what do we want? Just get advanced railguns for the moment, because that'll help with our stations. Meanwhile, the archaeologists were preparing to leave when they happened upon a large hidden chamber cluttered with artifacts, gnawed bones, and a substantial amount of fresh slobber. There, under a used royal nose swab on a four-legged table with a carving of a face they confirmed was indeed funny, sat the Rubricator, maker of thingamajigs, right where it was supposed to be. A tiny, insignificant-looking cube spewing out a continuous stream of artifacts. The Rubricator is a replicator, an ingenious alien invention that can make endless copies of just about any artifact, and soon it is ours. Once our team will begin the journey back to the safety of the ship, thankfully we will never know what attack the hoarders. I mean, 5 seconds later, you say. Now I need to rebuild what I've lost. Wonderful. Forerunner has been taken by the Created as well. The Forerunners have lost their capital. I definitely need to go in. Right then, our fleet is completely up to date, and also, who did we get elected? Re-elected our current Brigadier. Fair enough. But yeah, the home fleet is now 55,000. Let's get them en route. There's the wormhole right there, so they should hop over pretty quickly. Zarklan's battle group is also en route and about to arrive. What do we have in our way right now? Mantle responsibility is already attacking. See, what I want is the Soel system. So, UNSC Accra, what are you doing? You're not doing anything right now, so you can just return. Actually, you can get ready to research things because, you know, I might have some ship debris to pick up. Marine Corps, I want you guys to come in as well because I'm going to need you most certainly. Alright, so Mantle responsibility is pushing back. They're trying to retake their home world. Got a creative fleet down there. Space whales, a small creative fleet there. What's their station like? Minus 44 and energy credits. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that for a while because my fleets are moving. Major admin sanctions, that is fine. 6.1 armies. 183, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And look how much energy credits that has there. A lot. Alright. Alright. I think it's time. End threat. Let's do this.
We have exhausted all diplomatic options.
We are at war with the created at long bloody last. Well, now we can see what exactly we're up against. 15k over there, 1.6. No, we are en route as we speak. Mantle responsibility are on our side as our the Magekalo. Though they're obviously losing quite a few systems down here. Look at these dotted around. You go straight to Valhall. Our main objective is Sowell. Our secondary objective is in Thor, so we can get that gateway up and running, which will give us a direct route for all reinforcements and connect our new pieces of space up entirely. But that is a story for another time. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Surah.